these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Push is ahead. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
2nd down, gonna throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Out wide left, it's carry on. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
Escapes the pressure going right. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Motion from the back. Arch Madness. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Takes his shot. Just had to get rid of it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Right side, it's Lockett. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Here's Manning to throw. Finds his man. It's Smothers. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw again. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of the games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
The run inside. It's Brown. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. A little too much adrenaline on that one as it goes through the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Sends it back in motion. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Hits the hole. It's Blaylock. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on second down. Look out! Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Sooners have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to run, it's Blaylock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Wants to throw, it's Mateer. Back's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
A short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's third and goal. Finds his man. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up fourth and goal.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
This is a really big play for both teams. Fourth and goal from the 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown Sooners!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Here's Arts to throw. Out wide right, it's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Texas calls its campus to 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas, and this guy is having a day.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Left side, it's Brown.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Hand off for Brown. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls it in down the sideline. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Longhorns! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do, throwing the ball in moment.
So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature him, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Now on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Changing the routes with his receivers. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, Manning. Looking for a deep man. And he's got it inside the 35. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Gets the back moving. Fresh set of downs going up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Arch is going to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Manning to the air again. Stepping to the right. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you've got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Running inside, it's Blaylock. He's past the sticks. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 4 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's LSU On the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking for room. It's Blaylock. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Drops back on first down. Moving out to the right. Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Blaylock. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will give him the lead. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Manning fires to the middle. Right side, it's Townsend. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. A strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's second and 1. Throwing Manning. Out wide right, it's Townsend. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary, make that big play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Motion from the wideout. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Gonna run it. It's Blaylock. Might have a chance. Smashes through the tackle. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Arch Madness. Right down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second and long here. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Drops back. It's Manning. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the fumble.
And the Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Turning it on! And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. Run ends there.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sets his feet, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Robinson. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Running the red zone, it's Robinson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Robinson one more time. Nowhere to go.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Defense needed that, right? If that field goal gets made here in the second half, all of a sudden it's a 2-possession game. By getting the block, they keep this thing really close. Let's see how their offense can respond.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
First down, right back to Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's Manning to throw. Under pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Man, did that just change in a hurry. You're winning. You're about to get the football back in the 4th quarter. Got a chance to put more points on the board, and you cough the ball up and give life, give breath, momentum back to the other squad. What a turn of events.
From the red zone, it's Brown. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's Arts to throw. Buying time to his right. Right side, it's Wingo. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the Q.
Trying to get it in. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forced the second down and goal.
They'll run with Brown. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Quick give, it's Blaylock. He's past the marker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to Robinson. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on a first down, man, you are doing just that.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game, late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here, it would be a 60-yard attempt. Motion from the back. 3rd down play from the gun. Left side, it's Robinson. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Now for the extra point try late in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To throw, Manning. Out wide right, it's Townsend. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Arch is going to throw for it. Dumps it to the back. Snags it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Third down from the gun, Manning. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. There he goes! He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams, but today, Oklahoma a little bit better, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to handle all the hype of the Red River rivalry. And Oklahoma did an unbelievable job coming out the gates, handling it, putting hook 'em horns where they belong, behind OU.
Yeah, you know, and this is a game that not just these players, but I think fans of college football in general circle at the start of the year every single season. The Red River rivalry is just special because of the tradition and history these two schools bring, but it's all about Oklahoma today. Boomer, Sooner, and bragging rights for another whole year.
To the victor, the spoils. And the spoils in this one, the golden head, and Oklahoma will be wearing it. That's it for the latest edition of the Red River rivalry. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and our entire team, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye and so long. That'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College Football. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.